All right, we're good. We're live. Hello, this is Don here, and I have with me Joon Ki Han, and he is the head of our B2B division. And for me, well, I guess, the founder. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm an executive English coach, and we help the executives as well as the high-level directors working for multinational companies, and we help them with their English. And we have a team, a 10-person team, and we're doing great work, I believe. And so we have Joon Ki Han, who is the head of our B2B division. And what we'll be doing today is just off-the-cuff discussion on the, I guess, the marketplace of the English and how June, in his experience of being in human resources and HR management, what he has insights on regarding the English marketplace, and we'll kind of just go from there. And we want to provide value to the members that are watching this, and it's going to be not too long, short, but impactful, and that's what we hope to achieve in this call today. So, without further ado, I want to introduce June, Joon Ki Han, and I want June, for you to kind of just, I guess, give us your background, and we'll take it from there.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Jun Ki, and actually my professional background is HR, which is about people and organization. I have around 26 years HR business experience, mainly in world-class multinational company. Although I started my first job in Hyundai Business Group, after spending around 6.5 years there, I started my new career journey and challenge with several multinational company. And I wouldn't mention all the company which I worked for before. However, for the last 13 years, I was working as a head of HR director, and HR vice president with top tier multinational company. For instance, Microsoft Korea and eBay and BioStore. And most recently, for the last 4 years, I was in charge of the role of the HR vice president for Cigna, which is well-known in Korea as a life insurance company. So my vision and my passion is about people and organization. And in parallel, while I was working with a multinational company, I also was serving as an adjunct professor for Kyunghee University for 3 years. I was teaching the job English there for the Korean student. And also I was working for Sungkyungan University Global MBA School, again as an adjunct professor, to teach the organization behavior for the foreign exchange student, the graduate school student, who come to Korea to study Korea and the academic subject something. This is my major background.
Got it.
Okay.
Impressive. And as a follow-up question to that would be, based on your impressive background and experience in HR, dealing with the biggest brands, what made you decide to come with us?
Actually, again, as I mentioned at the beginning, my philosophy and my passion is about the people and organization, especially although for the last 14 years in my career, I was working as a HR generalist. However, I would say my biggest brand as an HR professional is people and organization development and change management and career development, etc. So my consistent philosophy and my consistent principle, which I really willing to practice and embed in my entire life, in my career life, is how to support, how to help people and organizations development and their sustainable growth in that sense, the Don Lee&Company is Don Lee&Company apparently has a good connection, good alignment, and good common sense, common ground with my prepared career journey and my prepared direction both in my career development and my personal life. That was the biggest trigger for me to join this organization, especially after spending 26 years in a very competing and fast-changing, fast-moving, and very top business environment. I wanted to have some kind of self-reflection time so that before I finalize my next career step, some consistently happening and coming to my mind is I want to find some place where I can maximize my professional background and capability, and at the same time really make the greatest contribution to the organization growth and potential client and my kind of, in my terminology, my VIP. So right. In that sense, although Don Lee&Company is at a glance, Don Lee&Company is basically the Business English Teaching Institute. However, Don Lee's focus is much more on the manager level and above and executive level above, and they are trying to provide some plus additional service, which is how to help their career advance, which is one of the biggest interested area in my career period. That is another big factor for me to join this company. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
and you're right. We were serving CEOs, executives, senior leadership teams of multinational companies, and we've specifically designed programs to help them with their English and communication skills so that they are the best versions of themselves and they can conduct good business, right? That's what we're doing. And your career alignment fits exactly what we're trying to do, right? Your breadth of experience comes in handy because you've worked at the biggest brands, right? Microsoft, Cigna, eBay, and you've come across, I'm sure, hundreds of brochures and English programs that you had to filter through and read. So my question to you actually is this. You ended up coming with us, and which we're completely blessed to have you on the team because you bring so much value. But you would obviously understand what we do in our service delivery.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, when you're working at like Microsoft and eBay and Cigna, and you had English companies come to you and say, hey, please pick us to be your English vendor. What were your deciding factors, and what made you choose, or what made you go with them at the time?
Yeah, my selection criteria is still remain very same, although some of them, and precisely speaking, most of them did not fully meet my company's initial expectation. My selection criteria is number one is coach's quality. Yeah, for instance, their academic background and their professional business background and their teaching skill, and more important thing is whether they are really open to support and help any kind of things for the student English skill, English proficiency improvement, even plus their career support and the business related advice something. The number one is coaching. Number two is a program in terms of the teaching methodology. Yeah, and also wanted to check this teaching methodology is really works well in Korean business context. That is my main big selection criteria. Yeah.
Of course. And of course, you know, we fit in those criterias. We go above and beyond. I mean, I guess our core is the talent that we have in terms of coaches. And the criteria, I'm exactly aligned with you too. That is how I built this business from the very beginning. I myself was a coach for the first, I would say, I'm still a coach now. I mean, I just got off a group class, but coaches are huge, and it's what develops the true long-standing relationships from client to coach. And if you understand English or any skill that you're trying to acquire and master, right, you're going to have someone beside you, right? You're going to have an amazing coach that can be a good pair of eyes, can give you a good perspective and challenge your ideas and challenge your thinking. And for the executives that we serve, June, it's going to be, of course, highly talented coaches. And it's going to be a select, I would say, a number, right? And so we do have that talent pool. And we also do have that that demographic that we're serving. And the program, you're exactly right? We have a system, and we have a curriculum that we follow strictly, right? But I think, June, you did mention this to me, that one of the highlights of our program is the self-training program, right? It's that not only are we doing the one-on-one coaching, but in addition to the one-on-one coaching, our students are held accountable to follow through on their self-daily training, right? And my group class that I just finished, that is the curriculum, is helping them create their own self-study plan so they can supplement that when they go into their one-on-one coaching program, right? And it's a huge part of what we do. And I don't think there's any other programs that are doing what we're doing. But I guess that's pretty much it, really. Okay, good. So, June, to close, I mean, I know that you are dealing with a lot of the meetings at this point where we have interested enterprises and their organizations, representatives come reach you and say, June, I need your guys' help to develop our team's English, and what can you guys do for us? And so you have those meetings set up, correct? Okay. So for those of you that are watching this and that feel that we can be a solution to your problem, there's a process. And the process is very simple. You just have to fill out an application. And based on the application, we will review it. And we would literally reach out to you. And June would do that. He would reach out to you and set up a meeting. I guess by the time you're watching this, the meeting would have to take place, I think, next year, right, June? Yeah. I mean, right now we're completely booked, and we only have a certain amount of hours in a day and a certain amount of manpower, so we're completely booked. However, there are instances where the meetings drop out for whatever reason, right? It's the year end, things get very busy. And so in that case, it's going to be first come, first serve. So if you filled out an application earlier, then we will come to you when a guy drops out, and we'll make that meeting happen with you guys. But there is also a criteria that we follow. I mean, we can't really just work with any organization because we do work on a select basis. And English must be a very urgent need. And your students must be serious about how they approach their English development. And because our program is not light, right? It's not easy. We demand a lot from our students. And so if you are the organization, and if you feel that your team could, I guess, meet to our expectations of studying and training, then we will choose you, right? And we will have that meeting, that sit down. We'll talk about your specific needs for your English, and we'll make it work. So that's pretty much it. And if you're watching this through, let's say, if you stumbled across and you're watching this through an advertisement or through our social media channels, then there should be a button below here. And that's the survey application. So you want to fill out the application now if you're interested, and we'll review it. And most likely by, you'll hear from us. But again, the meeting would have to take place maybe early next year. But in the case that it opens up, a spot opens up earlier, we can probably get you guys in. But we'll see. That's not a guarantee. So that's the steps. And that's pretty much it, Jun. Is there anything else that we should add?
Oh, no, not really. I think, yeah, you cover all the major points. Just, I would like to add some more point. My experience, although I spent just relatively the short time in this organization, however, based on my observation, especially on our coaches' activity and their teaching activity, and my impression about our program is our coaches' quality is. I want to once again highlight our coaches' the quality in terms of their real dedication, and they are sure the very, very high level of energy and passion in terms of caring for our student. And also, as you know very well, all of them have the very unique and specialized business background. So given that, almost every student of the Don Lee&Company is businessman and ladies, so they can provide, in terms of the providing very relevant contents and the most customized and tailor-made contents and teaching material and expression and business context. In that sense, the Don Lee&Company's coaches can help, better, even best, for the student. That is my observation for the couple of months. And another thing is regarding methodology. Although every English teaching institute has their own teaching methodology, the Don Lee's differentiated point from my side, from my perspective, is Don Lee has a very good and proven teaching methodology, which is mainly driven by very professional, linguistic majored the professional. And more important thing is we have we have a long time analyzing about what kind of typical mistake the Korean doing when they are learning English. So we have a very massive data so that we can see the frequently repeated mistake in terms of written English and spoken English. So all the data can be fully reflected on the teaching method development process. This is very good point in terms of the providing most localized and customized tailor-made program for Korean students. That is my observation.
Well, it's very acute and it's very accurate, and we just we want to just help a lot of people here, Jun. And as you know, of course, we're not the size of the YBMs or the Berlitz, but certainly with the high impact players that we have on our team, we're doing our best to serve as many people as we can, and we'll get to you, right? If there's members that's watching, I'm sure sooner or later we'll be helping you, and we look forward to that day. We do. So, Jun, I really appreciate you taking your time. It's late at night too, so
pleasure.
Thank you so much, and thank you everybody for watching, and we'll end it here. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.